Hello everyone, this is Akash Chauhan once again, and in today's video session we are going to discuss about the database operation we are going to perform in MySQL server. Okay, so the basic operation we are going to see. So the very first thing we need to do is to enter into MySQL server. If you have not seen my previous video where I have discussed about how to install MySQL server, how to start and stop MySQL server, we have discussed all these things in my previous video. So if you have not seen this, please go through that video and have MySQL server installed on your PC. Okay, it is fine if you have Mac or Windows. In both ways we can apply these command into the terminal and the command prompt over your system. So let's first enter into the MySQL server. In the previous video also I have discussed this step, but I'm entering through in the MySQL server through my terminal. So what I'll simply do, I'll open my terminal and simply type this command mysql-u, root is my username, -p, and then enter your password. In your case it would be root. Okay, so I have entered into the MySQL server, and now it is showing me this one command, show databases. So this command would help us to show the kind of databases we have in our server. Okay, make sure you would use show in, not show in, it is just show databases. Okay, so we have already created this JDBC database earlier. In your case you have to create it, so I don't need to create it because I have already created it. What you need to do, you simply copy this command. I'll provide this document to you. Okay, or you can simply directly get this command from here. It is all in small letters. Please do not change this name of the database because we need to use this name into a Java code, okay, later on. Okay, we are going to access this database through Java later on, so you please don't change anything into the code. Okay, simply copy this and paste it over here. I'm not going to enter because I have already you can see I have already created this database. Okay, so you just need to create it. Okay, after that you have to tell the server that okay, you are going to use this database. So you have different type of database over here, but I'm going to use only one of them. So I'll tell the MySQL server I'm going to use JDBC database. Okay, and simply it is saying database changed. Okay, now I am inside the JDBC database. Okay, let's see what is the next command. Okay, it is not written over here, but I'll show you one of the commands. It would say show small letter tables. Okay, so this command would tell you the kind of tables you would have in your database. Okay, so simply write show tables. So it is showing that JDBC_table I have already created this. In your case you don't have this table, so what you need to do, simply copy paste this command from here and you need to create a table. So I'm not going to, okay, so in your case no, exit. Okay, so in your case what you need to do is simply have to change one thing. You have to type everything in just one line. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, it is saying that you have entered the multiple lines. So what you need to do, you simply need to have everything in just one line and you simply copy paste and enter over there. I would not do that because I have already created the same table earlier. Okay, in your case you have to do it. Okay, because your database doesn't have this table, so you simply copy paste it from here. I'll provide this document, don't worry. I hope this would work now. Okay, so I am not entering. Okay, if I enter it would say that you already have this table of the same name, so I'm not doing this. Okay, once you create this table, again you have to run this command tables, so it would show you, okay, you have successfully created this table. So our job now is to fetch the data, or sorry, to insert the data first into this table, and then that fetch the entire data from this table. So to insert the data into this table, you simply need to copy paste these commands. So if I copy this command from here, okay, I'll not again the multiple line issue. Okay, I think this thing is the issue. Okay, I'll first, let me check, select JDBC-TBL. Select start from, yeah, I forgot to add this. So I have already have the record till 15. So what I'll do, I'll have to change this to 16, otherwise it would say you would not have, okay, in your case it would not show any error. You simply copy paste this first line and the second line and the third and the fourth. I'm pasting this one and entering the data. So now it would show me the updated. So it has 16 rows in the table. So you also need to, you would, in case of yours, if you run this command, it would show you only 4, okay, not 7 or the 16 I have. So this is how you would create the database. In order to create the database, you have to run this command, then you have to use this database, then you have to create the appropriate table. Please do not change anything in the table, okay. This table I have created, okay, it is saying that you would have JDBC ID. It should not be null, because we are going to create it a primary key at the end. As you can see, at the end we have mentioned the first column is the primary key, so it should not be not null, okay. Then the title, this is the second column, which is varchar. This is the character, okay, this is the varchar 255 size. Author is again the varchar. Submission date is varchar, so you can even provide as a string the date as a string, okay. This is what you need to do. So this is how you would have the database and the table inside your database. And in order to fetch, I hope this is clear, in order to fetch the data, you have to simply type this select start from JDBC_TBL, right? It would show you the entire data inside this table. So as you can see, this work is done manually in the terminal. Okay, we are able to successfully create a database and a table and fetch the data and store some data into this table, but this work is manual. So I hope this is clear. In the very first video I have mentioned that in MySQL server everything can be done in command prompt, okay, but it is manual work. This is not very smart work, okay. We don't want to run in individual command. What if we have this script and we simply run it? So all the work what we have done over here can be done in just one click, okay. So that would be nice, right? So we don't want this manual work in terminal, so that's why we are going to use Java, okay, and JDBC connector. So in Java we would write some kind of a script including all the database operations we have performed today, okay, the required database operation we have performed today. I'm going to write all these into that Java code I'm going to discuss in the next video. This is what we have done manually, but we want to do these database operations what we have performed, including creation of the database, use the database, creating the database table, inserting the data, having the proper data into this table, and then fetch the data. So these are the things we are going to have write in terms of Java in one script, let's say one Java file, and simply we want to double click on that file and all the operation will be performed just in one click. So we don't want to do the manual work. Even in the login, inserting into the MySQL server, we don't need to do that. Java would do that for us. So I hope the concept is clear. What we have done manually, we want to do it through the Java, okay. So in order to do the same thing, you need to install Eclipse. So I hope you would be aware about how to install Eclipse. Eclipse is the basic IDE where you write the Java code. So if you are not aware, please go to the YouTube and check how to install. It is very standard, and I'm not I don't think that I should make a video on that because everyone is aware about this thing. So IntelliJ is one of the IDE. You can use IntelliJ, you can use Eclipse. I would say you if you are new to Java, go with Eclipse. Even you can run your Java code in VS Code as well. So these are the three: IntelliJ, Eclipse and VS Code. Whichever you feel comfortable, you can simply, what you need to do, I hope before the next video, what you need to do is simply write a Java program in any of the IDE, okay, and run it. So you would not have the problem to, you know, integrate Java code, what we are going to discuss in the next lecture. So I hope this is clear. I'll show you how to create the project in Eclipse, and all the basic information I'll show you in the next video. But please have the Eclipse installed over your system. Even if you are using Mac or Windows, it doesn't matter. Please install any of the IDE. I'll suggest you to use Eclipse. Okay, it is open source, free of cost all the time. It has always been open source. It will always be open source. So it would always be free, as far as I understand. And it would also have the JDK environment to compile and execute your Java program. So these are the all things we are going to discuss in the next video. This is all for today's videos, where we have discussed the database operations in the MySQL server, but we have done all the things manually. We have entered into the MySQL server and manually, but we don't want. We have created the database, we have created the table, we have inserted the data into that table manually, but we don't want to do it manually, because for some few operations we can perform, but if we have 10,000, 20,000 operations, then it would for that we have to write some script in Java or any other language. Okay, so we are going to learn this scripting through Java. Okay, I hope this is clear, and for today this is all, and thank you so much and have a good day, guys.